We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Are you ready for harvest? Have your harvest needs covered with Intersales. Intersales have been supporting Riverina farmers for more than 45 years, offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts, and to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts, and to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Okay, we'll go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. First turn brought to you by Orders Rule here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. It's the Yackandandah Roos up against the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks on qualifying final day. for 2024. So let's have a look. Huey Jarrett with the ball in the D50 at the moment at the Pony Club end for the Roos. He wants to come out broadcast side. Picks up Jimmy Lawson. Good ball in front of Demizio. Short one, or try to pick up Hood. The kick wasn't great. Martin came in. Now Hicks gets it over the top to Demizio. Demizio has a shot on the sticks here, going for home. McInnes is back there, and the ball's gone out of bounds in the pocket. Scooter Fraser is alongside of me for Ready Group Equipment Sales, and I've also got Adam Mudger for Albury Wodonga MG. Welcome to you, Scoot, firstly.
Great to be back here again, boys. The MCG, the bush, bathed in sunshine as we speak, and a stiff breeze going straight across the ground.
Certainly is. Welcome to you, Adam.
Thanks for having me. It's been an interesting start, nice and contested. Which is what we expected with so many inside midfielders playing in both teams.
Here we go. We've got a stoppage about 35 out here at the Pony Club end. Sweeping one out of the ruck. McIntosh got it over the top. Martin came in. There goes Vogel, nice, out to Hogan. They get one to Hallinan. High ball going up. Leach couldn't take it in. Hogan goes again, tries to bore his way through the pack. Logan Martin's got him, so too is Huey Jarrett, and the umpire's going to take it. So again, another stoppage inside 50. Umpire sends it aloft. Leach, left foot, and that ball's gone out of bounds on the full, so the Hawks are going to get it. Got no score here. We've gone 2.5 on the Japodonks time clock, opening term. Welcome to you, wherever you may be tuned in to the live stream this afternoon, as Tim Hallinan with the ball here. 60 out, and he looks like he's going to fire it in. So the Roos under pressure in defence. Nice mark in front from Ferrugia. So Ray with a beauty. Handy mark, Scoot.
He's very strong overhead, young Raymond. Very good mark in a pack situation. Great intercept.
He's turned it over to Hogan, so the Hawks have got to capitalise here, Adam. They really must hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, really dominating field position at the moment.
Good contest. Well done from Demizio. He takes the mark in the pocket. Difficult shot. You think he'd probably know he'd run around from here, Adam?
Yeah. He's usually a good exponent of the drop punt. I'm not sure the snapshot is a strong suit of his, but with the breeze coming back towards him, be looking right hand goalpost and bringing it back.
Jack Demizio, such an athletic player. He goes with the drop punt. Now that is an absolute floater, and it's ended up in the hands of Mitch Patton.
Maybe you should have gone around the corner kick.
There's ended up a check side.
you don't see them too often, do you, floaters? But that was an absolute sack, and it's ended up in the hands of Patton. So back in the Hawks team this week. He didn't play in the first final against Chilton. Out with concussion protocols. He sprayed it, and he's hit the post.
Got very close to the man on the mark. Never looked confident as he was coming in.
First score on the Commercial Club scoreboard, so the Hawkers won. Lead the Roos nil early. They must kick a major here. So much time in their forward 50 in the opening term so far. Early days, Adam.
Yeah, correct. Like I said, they've been able to get repeat inside 50s, but to your point, haven't made the most of that.
So big defensive kick outside 50. We're going to get a stoppage here on the flank on the far side, favouring the Pony Club end. On a day where we're expecting 16 degrees, we've probably already reached that. And we've got the flags blowing towards the Pony Club end over on the Duns Twin City Cranes on the far side with Sandy Creek Reserve. Here goes man, lobs one in, Patton at the back, good use of the body, great mark out of Mudra.
In a perfect world, you probably don't want to take back shoulder as an attacker, but that's where he landed up, and he just used his body so well, just gently edged into his direct opponent, which is Martin, and long, sticky arms and hands.
Got to kick this, must. And he pops it through, Mitch. So there's the first goal of the second qualifying final. Mitch Patton kicks it for the Hawks, and they're away, Scooter.
Very lively. I think they've had 4 or 5 inside 50s now to Yak's nil, so that will need to be addressed on the Yak side. But looking very lively, Mitch Patton.
Obviously, a really important addition for them from last week. You know, like obviously a lot of time and attention would have gone into Connor, given the 6 goals he kicked last week. But you know, Mitch gives them such a different look. You know, so long when he gets those hands in the air, it's hard to stop.
Absolutely. So 7 plays nil so far on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Opening term brought to you by Elders Rural, the Sandy Creek Reserve. What a clash this one's going to be. Here's Hallinan on that left foot. They're going forward again, the Hawks. Martin right out wide with also McInnes, and the ball has gone out of bounds. And we'll get a stoppage. We had a great weekend last weekend, didn't we, Scoot, to kick off the finals first week?
Yeah, and then bathed in sunshine Saturday and almost hypothermia on Sunday.
Yeah, contrasting.
Good footy both days.
Yeah, you're right. There goes Mann out of the ruck. Oh, nice work. Here's Hogan, goes inside 50. Patton again at the back. Umpire said play on. Roo had hands to it first. Good fist away. So the Roos get it out of the fence again. Hood sits under it. Beattie over the top with a fist. Bartel. Beattie goes again. Demizio comes in. Hood has him wrapped up. Joining the pack is McKenzie. And the umpire will take control here. Closer to the broadcast side this time on the flank, Adam.
It'd be no surprise to anyone who watched last week's game, but Jack Hogan started exceptionally well.
He certainly has. There goes Mann. Ball bobs up in the air. Mann has another swipe at it. Coming through Casey George, but it goes forward again. Patton, she's proving a handful early on. Logan Martin on him and takes the ball out of bounds. And we will have a boundary throw in here. Pony Club end far side in the pocket, Adam.
Again, you know, the Kiewa setting up so well behind the ball. You know, the ball shifted across the ground, but they've been quickest to set up. So if the ball comes out, it'll come back in.
Hawkers have really got to make the Roos pay here because so much sharing inside 50, but they've got to hit the scoreboard again. A legging free kick, so the Roos hold up. And Zach Leach, who took out the Barton medal on Monday night in a 3-way tie, Scoot. What a story, hey?
Yeah, great finish. 3 votes in the last round to equal Cam Fendick, the winner of last year, and Jared Farwell, 2016 winner. So,
yeah,
fantastic finish. Second 3-way tie we've had.
That's it, and Farwell from the Barney Tigers, and Adam Mudra will be coaching the Tigers in 2025 alongside of myself in commentary.
Yeah.
Aubrey Wodonga MG, so you must be looking forward to it, Adam.
Yeah, no, I certainly am, but it's a super result for Jared. You know, a dual Barton medalist is no mean feat, so, you know, deserves all the accolades he gets.
Yeah, you're right about that. And Scooter Fraser also here for Ready Group Equipment Sales, a man who played in the last flag win for the Yak Roos back in the year 2000, so 24 years ago since the Roos saluted Scoot, and well, they dearly love that cup this year. Here goes Callum Turner. He's about to fire one in. Now Connor Newnham sits under it. Leach over the top with a double fister. Hallinan, good smother. Roos hold up. Leach has got to work. Hogan brings him down. The umpire's going to pay a free kick for holding the ball here.
Jack Hogan again just loves that in tight contested ball tackling. Yeah, that's his one wood.
He's a good player, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very talented.
Yeah.
Been a great addition to the Hawks for the last 3 years now.
Jack Hogan has got the ball at 55. He's on a very tight angle here. They lead 7-0 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Opening turn brought to you by Elders Rule. Hogan, it's not going to make the distance. Newnham got hands to it. Ball across the line. So 8 plays nil now on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Hawks up. Japo Donk's time clock. We'll have a look. Has gone close to 10 here, opening term. Casey George. Oh, gee, that's a bad miss there from Atwell. Through his hands, and the ball's gone out of bounds again. So the Roos, they just haven't had the ball in their forward half at all, Adam.
Yeah, no. Like last week, Kiewa's been able to get in their front half and really trap it there.
Absolutely. Over the top, Leach. Hallinan goes in. Left foot hooks it back. Nice mark. So they hold up again through Eaton. Eaton comes straight out again to the halfway mark. Daly picks it up. Was fantastic last week versus Chilton. Collins right out wide to Callum Turner. And the ball has gone out of bounds again, right of centre wing on the far side.
Not a bad result if Yackandandah getting a stoppage close to the wing, you know, be able to sort of catch their breath, reset around the ball and try and just get some meterage.
Absolutely. As we get a ball back into play. Mann clearly fisted away. Going after it was Annett. At ground level now, Turner. Played well last week also. Long ball out from Atwell. He's getting a couple of early touches in the opening term. Nicely marked though by Evans. So the Hawks, they're on the march again here. Carney, he's going to come this way to Demizio. Gets it. Half-back flank for the Hawks. Bartell's on wide out. Will he go for him? He's going to go more direct here, Jack. McDonald calling for it. He goes for him now. He's got a back pedal to this one. Got hands to it. Hogan came over the top. Huey Jarrett, left foot down the line. Hood, nice mark. So here go the Roos now. This is basically the first time they've got close to their 50. Donaghy put it down. Demizio playing well in the opening turn to Daly. To Hicks. They come to the half-forward flank. Casey George for the Roos. So 8 plays nil. Commercial Club scoreboard in the opening term here. Hawks with the lead as we welcome Dan Vaccaro in for Mac Jack.
Hot start by Kiewa Sandy Creek as well. 4 inside 50s in the opening 5 minutes on the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet as well.
Absolutely. Lawson. Now McIntosh couldn't take it in. Bartell goes to ground. O'Connell wanted holding the ball, but the umpire wasn't having that.
Yeah.
And we're going to have another ball up, Adam.
If anything, that you just need to find a way to slow the game down. You know, once they've turned the footy over, they've gone forward really quickly to outnumber. So they just need to find a way to keep possession for a period of time.
There goes Leach. Callum Turner snavelled it. High one up in the air. Here goes Connor Newton trying to pick it up at ground level. And he grabs it. Now the Roos are all over him, though. They take him in. And the umpire will take it. So 8 plays love. Yackandandah yet to score here in the second qualifying final at Sandy Creek in the opening term. And we've gone 13 minutes thanks to Japo Donks. And this first term is brought to you by Elders Rural. Dan Vaccaro for Mac Jack. Adam Madra for Aubrey Wodonga MG. And Scott Scooter Fraser for Ready Group Equipment Sales, boundary side. Ball on centre wing, far side. Beattie tries to tear his way through. Houston, nice to McIntosh. Out the side to Lawson. And that one's wide and it's gone out of the full. So a waste of the footy there, Adam. They were under pressure but just had to do better there, Jimmy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they just need to, when the ball gets into chaos, they just need to find a way to find a mark, you know, and that slows the game down and they get control.
You're absolutely right. Like Adam said, Dan, they've just got to possess the footy at the moment and just settle a little the Roos.
Yeah, they do. They've just got to take a breath, and Kiewa have got all the play at the moment, so they haven't even gone inside 50 yet. Yackandandah and Kiewa 4 times. Demizio 4 disposals on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet, and Jack Hogan as well with the 4 disposals. So hot start for Kiewa.
Yeah, it's got to help Kiewa because they played their first final last week. Roos getting finals action for the first time in 2024 today. There's Hallinan. McDonald, he got brought down. McIntosh, nice to Kimmy Jarrett. Inside 50 here, Gap Road end. Collins working hard. Donaghy meets him. Hood is there also. And we're going to have a boundary throw-in, 45 out around from goal, Gap Road end.
Yeah, it's been really noticeable. They've lifted their pressure around the football, Yak. You know, McIntosh, Huey Jarrett, these guys just really going to work.
Back into play. Ball bounce before the ruckman could get to it. Hood trying to keep control of the footy. Demizio, it's been great in the opening term. This ball looks like it might be tied up as well. Yep. Yeah, so the umpire to take control again, Dan.
Yeah, you talk about Jack Demizio, what a hot start for him. 5 disposals on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. So a player they want it to get in their hands as often as possible today, Kiewa.
Leach. Hicks brought down. Evans clearing kick out of the pack. On nice mark from McKenzie. So let's see what he can do here. Sam wide to Donaghy. He's kicked 55 goals in the regular season this year for the Yackandandah Roos. Long way out though, 60 at the moment with the Sharon. He's got to try and pick out a target because unless he really hooks onto a super kick.
Yeah, and I think the wind will assist him a little bit here too. Left goal post and might thread it through.
Rightio, here he goes, Nick. Short, he was foxing. Hood couldn't quite get to it. Beattie's there. Ball's going to be locked out. Now 45 out from goal. Gap Road in, Adam.
Yes, Yak starting to really own some more of the footy. Obviously for the first 5 to 10 minutes it was 90% Kiewa, but they've really wrestled back momentum.
Gone close to 16 on the Japo Donks time clock. The Roos still without a score here in the second qualifying final. Umpire's going to pay the kick the way of the Hawks. He wants the ball back. Here we go, Bartel. Flicks it out the back. Beatty's going to take the kick. He wants to switch it.
Great kick.
To Carney. Such an athletic player, Adam, Nick Carney.
Yeah, he is a wonderful athlete, and his footy IQ is getting better game by game.
He's turned that one over, though, to McIntosh. Inboard they come, picking up Exton. Left of centre wing. Driving, kicking low, and McIntosh picks it off and takes a mark. Great entry and good delivery, good mark to McIntosh, Adam.
Yeah, McIntosh probably is to Yackandandah what Hogan is to Kiewa. You know, that ability to win a lot of inside footy and at the coalface, but also he's able to get forward through his wonderful running ability and be such a difficult matchup in the front half.
Yeah, he's one of their guns, Ben McIntosh, and this to get the Roos going in the 2024 TDFL Final Series. Can Ben McIntosh put it home? That one, yep, you can hear them now. They lift the Roos supporters. There's their first major through Ben McIntosh.
Yeah.
And their first score also. So 8 plays 6 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. First turn brought to you by Elders Rural, Dan.
Yeah, exactly what they needed. Yackandandah, that's a really good kick there by Benny McIntosh, former Albury Tiger player. So he's up to 4 disposals now on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet and a super hot start, Scoot.
Yeah, captain's goal just to get him going, and good old Norm McClure, the goal umpire, just straight back to the middle and the 2 fingers out.
Love his work.
Ball coming back to the centre as the sun starts to break through here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. Scott Scooter Fraser, Adam Mudra, Dan Vaccaro and Luke Francis on the TDFL live stream in the second qualifying final. Getting up high was Josh Martin. McIntosh again. Feeds it out. The Roos go forward. They get an entry inside 50 here. Bouncing ball, Beatty. Met by Glass. Over the top, Carney gets another crack at it. Hood swings him around. Ball across the chalk here, Dan.
Yeah, starting to have a real big say on this quarter. Benny McIntosh as well slots that goal and gets it out of the middle straight away as well. So he's one player that Kiewa might just want to start thinking about a little bit more as the game goes on.
Dan Vaccaro for Mac Jack. Boundary umpire comes well into the field of play. Hurls it back in. Leach thought that was doing a push in the back against Daly. Left foot. Oh, touch back there on the line by Martin getting back in the nick of time for one behind.
Really starting to, the stoppage is really starting to insert some dominance. Leach, McIntosh, Huey Yarrett, that was always going to be a battle of the 2 midfielders, and they're really starting to, have some dominance in that space.
Yeah, it's a great watch. So many good players in the middle. McInnes. He'll get a chance to fire it back in for the Roos. He goes very wide. Oh, good mark. So they take it through Annett. So Bailey is 60 out. He's calling for leads. Can he pick out a Roos Guernsey inside 50? Over the top, Roach. Ball came out the front. Lawson. Right foot, that's going out of bounds. That ball's bouncing wayward. And they're going to get another boundary throw in inside 50 here to the gap road end.
It was a wayward kick, but they're being super potent the last sort of 5 minutes going in. You notice 5 inside 50s as well and 2 marks inside 50 yak. So not only are they starting to win the territory, they're starting to be pretty clinical with their kicking as well.
1 point in it. Hawks up over the Roos, 8-7 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Opening term. They're going to come this way. Nice, the Hawks. So they got Evans, back pocket. Gap road end. He's on the move now and just pops it up. Bartel's the small man at the back. Falls into the hands here of Vogel. Right foot. Eaton's brought down. Umpire said you're gone. Demizio's having a great opening term, Adam.
Yeah. Again, such a difficult matchup. His ability to be able to stretch him in the air and get him on the ground is awesome.
Logan Martin leads the race back in front of Mitch Patton. Very claimed him without the ball. Umpire said play on. And then Bartel over the chalk. Scooter, what's it like down on ground level for Ready Group Equipment Sales?
A beautiful weather. The temperature's great, but still that stiff breeze going straight across to the huge cranes this week of Dunn's Twin City Cranes over the other side of the ground. But yeah, not too hot, not too cold. Just right for footy, playing footy.
Jason Bartel, left foot, tries to bring it back for the Hawks. Logan Martin, front spot. Ball in the pocket, rolling. Bartel sees it out. Umpire to throw it in.
such an intriguing watch at the moment. Yackandandah have really levelled up the contest, 5 inside 50s each. We mentioned Benny McIntosh. Jack Demitzio's having a really good game in the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. 6 disposals for him.
Great work, Dan. Throwing in the pocket. Vogel tries to burst out of a stoppage. Roos are going to clear it again, or are they? Blasick takes the mark. Now Martin's bursting out here and takes it. McIntosh meets him, but Dale Martin takes the mark, and he's usually a sharpshooter, Adam.
Yeah, he's been fantastic for them this year. Dale Martin, 18 goals from 13 games. So just has a happy knack of hitting the scoreboard, particularly in important moments like this.
Yeah, kicked a great goal last week at this end, the Pony Club end. So Dale, to try and kick the Hawkers second here. They're going close to 22, thanks to Jappo Donks. That's curling back beautifully. That was a lovely strike of a Sharon, Dan.
Yeah, it was, and just floated through, and it was he hit it perfectly. So another goal for Kiewa there. So it's a really even contest. We mentioned Demitzio starting to have a really good game. Jack Hogan up to the 4 disposals as well on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. 6 inside 50s for Kiewa, 5 for Yackandandah as well. So it's a super even matchup, and as Scoot said as well, the weather is absolutely perfect at the moment, Muddy.
Yeah, we continue to talk about how well set up Kiewa are outside of the contest, and that was a good example of that. A lot of pressure on the ball. Dill Blasick covering the exit point, right spot, right time, and then made a great decision in the inside 50 to hit Dale Martin up, who kicked the goal.
We recommence back in the middle. Barber, he's brought to ground in a strong tackle, and the umpire to take it. Oh.
That's a free kick.
Yeah, it is. It's going to Barber.
Yeah, just went along with it a bit too long there. Yak and Jacob Barber got the free.
Yeah, against Atwell. Connor Newnham in a one-on-one. Nice work against Houston. Roos having to work so hard in the opening term of defence. Oh, beautiful mark. Great work. So Kimmy Jarrett taking it. He had to come back and just sit under it. And he knew what was coming, but he was patient. Beatty, though. He's going to fire it back in. Newnham. Casey George got hands to it. Oh, Bartell thought that could have been kicking in danger. And it is. So the umpire, I believe, got that 100% correct there, Adam.
Yeah. It'll go to Casey George, who's actually started the game really well as well. So he's up to 5 disposals on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Here's Logan Martin. We've got 2 Martins playing today. Logan in the 41 and Josh Martin in the 44. Big boy, Scoot.
Yeah, so great intercept marker across that half-back line. A great matchup there with Mitch Patton too now that he's gone onto him.
Here's Hogan. Picks it up, short ball. Oh, Martin just got taken down. The umpire's going to pay it. Just a free kick. That was enough. Hawks boys not happy. They're coming in to remonstrate, but Dale Martin's going to take the kick here. True centre wing on the far side. He starts to wind up. Oh, nicely smothered by Lawson. Martin's got to go again. Jimmy picks it up. Evans has got him. Boundary throwing left of centre wing, far side.
Yeah, those small forwards have been really important for Yak in the last 10 minutes. Talk about Kimmy Yarrett, Jimmy Lawson, Sam McKenzie on a wing. Really got to work and change where the game was at.
Gone 24 for Jappo Donk's opening term. Leach tried to fire out a hand pass to Lawson. Soccer kick out of mid-air. Beatty to Hogan. And then smothered by Atwell. Again, a boundary throw-in on the far side.
Yeah, really good work there by Atwell in that contest, but it's super even as well at the moment, as we mentioned earlier. So it's 5 inside 50s to 8 in favour of Kiewa, but it's a really intriguing game, really tight in the contest.
Dan for Mac Jack this afternoon. Adam Mudger for Aubrey Wodonga MG and Scooter Fraser for Ready Group Equipment Sales. As the ball again is heading towards the chalk and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Yackandandah Roos minor premiers in season 2024, 16-2. 16 wins, 2 losses. And for the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, 14-4. Finishing 3rd on the TDFL table. Here's Leach again. Hogan. Huey Jarrett off to McIntosh. A chance at his second here. Gap road end. Marked by Donaghy. 5 metres out, and the Roos should kick one here, Adam.
Yeah, it's no surprise when you're the most recently crowned Barton medalist, but Zach Leach is really starting to assert himself on the game.
He's taken it in the goal square, boys, so yeah, from right in front, the umpires just moved him around.
It's been reversed, has it? What's happening here? No, Collins is receiving a yellow card. I think it's going to Collins. Yeah, here he comes.
That's a huge loss for Kiewa as well. So
Well, I had my eyes fixed on Donaghy.
he'll be off for 15 minutes, and yeah, Donaghy will still have the free kick, I believe, at the top of the goal square.
Gee, that's big, Adam.
Oh yeah, when you're playing at this level, 2 weeks out from a grand final, and you've got to play 17 on 18, it has a massive impact on the game.
100%. Nick Donaghy. Here he goes, 10 out in front, jams it through.
Yep.
Yeah, puts it through, so they get their second. So 14 plays 13 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Okay, Dan, well, this game's just reached another level now after Zach Collins has been sent off.
Yeah, well, the problem that Kiewa have at the moment before that unfortunate sending off as well is that when they go forward, they're extremely potent. They've had 5 shots at goal from their 6 entries as well, 3 marks as well. So when they do go forward, they're extremely effective, and Ben McIntosh is a big reason for that as well. So he's kicked a goal, he's set up 2, and he's had 6 disposals on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. So it's a really good reply by Kiewa. I know, really good reply by Yak. I know Kiewa have had all the play, but Yak is super potent going forward.
2 goals apiece, so the Roos are going to win the ball, and then they've got to spread the defence at them.
Yeah,
they've got to pick their way through it.
Yeah, they certainly do. They certainly got to make sure that whoever the loose player is, that he's got the ability to impact the game. He can't be, disengaged and not part of the play. So, and that person will change as the play unfolds. But it's really important that they make the most of an advantage that's been given to them.
We must be right on quarter time. We've gone 27 for Japo Donks. And the first quarter is brought to you by Elders Rural here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. Umpire taking his time here.
So obviously Casey George, the loose man in defence as a result of Collins being off.
Umpire's been very good in the opening turn. There's Leach to Huey Jarrett. Left foot. Siren goes, and that ends the first term. Very interesting. And a 1-point lead to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks at the first break. They lead 2-2-14 to Yackandandah's 2-1-13. This is the TDFL live stream, the 2024 final series, returning to Sandy Creek very shortly.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes, for your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City, no job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it, no fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Are you ready for harvest? Have your harvest needs covered with Intersales. Intersales have been supporting Riverina farmers for more than 45 years, offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts, and to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts. And to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Back here tomorrow for Chiltern versus Beechworth in the semi-final. But first things first, the Roos and the Hawkers. Let's see who will advance to this year's grand final. Back in the centre, Leach and also Tristan Mann to go at it. Mann try to get rid of Leach by foot. Here's Hogan. Leach all over him. Tristan Mann joins the pack and the umpire to take control, Dan.
Yeah, it is, and we mentioned earlier that quarter it was such an even contest as well. So 7 inside 50s for Yak, 3 marks going inside forward 50 and 8 entries for Kiewa as well. So super intriguing watch.
Huey Jarrett tried to get it out. Hicks got a fist to it. Mann did also. Hogan had a great first quarter. Barber gets a left foot boot to it. Here's Casey George, half back flank, short one. Receives it back, handballs out to Zach Leach. Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks want holding the ball and they will get it. Good player, Callum Turner, Adam.
Yeah, great. Reads the game so well. Knew when to come up to Leach and lay that tackle.
Roos again though, through Eaton this time. He's going to fire it inside 50, Pony Club Ed. Donaghy coming at it, picks it up, turns around, well done. Finds a target in Jimmy Lawson. Good footy.
That's amazing forward craft there by Nick Donaghy. He's such a good player. He's not only a goal kicker, but his kicking skills are at the elite level. And as mentioned, they're just lefting off where they finished the last quarter as well. Just really clean, really accurate going inside forward 50, Muddy.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned their potency in their front half quite a bit, but 6 players who've kicked 20 goals plus.
The Roos to take the lead for the first time in this game. Jimmy Lawson kicks it. They've got a 5-point lead here, the Roos, on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We'll go down to Scooter for Ready Grip Equipment sales.
Well set up by Casey George there, boys. A great mark inside in the forward half for Kiewa Sandy Creek. Dished it off, ran back, got it off. Unfortunately, Zach Leach got caught, but then the turnover and Jimmy Lawson just in the right spot. Just worked his way down the ground and a beautiful shot at goal.
Yeah, it's really polished, personified by Yak as well in the first quarter and a bit. And Kiewa just that little bit sloppy, just a little bit off their game can really cost them in this half.
Back in the centre of the ground, Huey Jarrett, Barber, just finally got the ball clear. Goes again, Hicks. Wide hand pass to Jason Bartell, feigns and goes around. McIntosh inside 50, Newnham. Gee, that's a great grab. Up against Houston, Adam.
When they're able to win the footy from particularly centre clearance but stoppage and move the footy quickly and get 1v1s in the front half, yeah, obviously Connor's such a nightmare in that position, you know. So whilst Nick was there to compete, the footy was coming in at such a speed that he couldn't quite impact the contest.
Connor Newnham, he's had a great year. 56 goals during the home and away season and 6, half a dozen last week versus Chiltern. This for his first to the Gap Road end. He didn't like it. Straight away off the boot. Patton came flying over the top. Ball gets out the back through for 1 minor score to the Hawks. So 19 plays 15 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
And it's a wonder, you see how when they do move the ball a little bit more freely, that look that Connor Newnham gets, he gets off the leash a little bit. And you've got big Mitch Patton as well, who's such a target down that forward 50. So if they can just be a little bit cleaner around the ball, Kiewa are going to have some great looks.
McIntosh D50 for the Roos. Oh, he nearly kicked it. Holds on to it. Short to George. Chips one over the top. Didn't have enough air in that kick. Not enough weight behind it. Hicks over the top. Martin. O'Connell's got him. Hood joins them. Umpire again. Oh, gee, that was a quick call, Adam Mudger.
It was, but it was a well-laid tackle. One of those ones that could have been a ball up, but decided to pay holding the ball.
Roos right down the outside. Kimmy Jarrett takes the mark. Brother of Huey. Kimmy in the 34 Guernsey. Huey in the 3 for the Roos. Here goes Kimmy. Long towards the arc of the 50. Man gets up, knocks it out to the advantage of Turner. Lawson takes it for the Roos. Hicks. He tried to fire it out wide to Demizio. Back inside to Beattie. They go wide here, the Hawks. That one heading out of bounds. Might be on the full.
Yeah, we'll be on the full. And just a quick shout out to our listeners as well. Unfortunately, it won't be live streamed today, so apologies to our listeners. It will be uploaded to YouTube straight after the game, so you can watch the replay with our commentary as well.
That's right, Dan. Yeah, we do apologise to anyone who was expecting a live stream. Here come the Roos. Inside 50, Pony Club head over the back. Lawson fumbling. Evans meets him. Ball over the chalk. They're in the pocket. Pony Club end far side.
Oh, if he takes that cleanly as a hand pass over the top to Roach, unopposed in the goal square. They got lucky there, Kiewa.
4-point lead to the Roos on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the second term. It's brought to you by GJ Gardner Albury. Good, strong contest. About 30 out from goal, 25 out, Pony Club end. Let's see if we can get a clearance here between the Hawkers and the Roo boys. Daly, clearing kick. Roos try to get it away through Atwell. Roach went one way, back the other. Hood dropped it. Umpire called play on. Across the line.
Probably a little bit fortunate there. Yackandandah, he clearly dropped the footy, but they're going to get another look and another stoppage in their forward 50, Yackandandah. So
yeah, Hicks and Kimmy Jarrett going at it. Let go. Glass, high one up in the air, up and down. Bouncing ball in front of Kimmy Jarrett. Hood comes in. Ball out of bounds.
They've really brought the pressure since the first 10 minutes of the game. You know, it was something that Kiewa did exceptionally well last week against Chilton, and it feels like Yak's really brought that since that first 10-minute mark.
Boundary throwing again as Leach goes through it. Glass, nice handball out to Lawson. Oh, Evans back there, just waiting.
Mark Schwarzer style, Lukey.
She was in a good spot, Dan.
Yeah, he was. He just played that sweeping role perfectly, so Kiewa get a little opportunity now to rebound.
Jason Bartell nearly turned it over to Atwell. Hawks, nice ball from Vogel to Jason Bartell. That might be heading out of bounds as well. It is.
That wind's really playing a role. Once that ball gets to a certain height, the wind really grabs it and takes it nice and wide. Hence, we've seen a few out of bounds on the floor on that far side.
And especially from such a skillful player as well in Bartell.
Correct.
A couple of ones that have just floated out of bounds.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Muddy. When the ball gets up in the air there, Dale Martin's shot a goal here did not alter with any of the wind when it was below post height. So when they get the ball up in the air over that side, certainly gets carried over the fence.
That's the voice of Scooter Fraser for Ready Grip Equipment Sales. We're in the second term, brought to you by GJ Gardner Albury. Patton, 65 out, swings the ball around. McKenna's front spot in front of Martin. And we're going to have a stoppage about 30 around from goal, this time at the Gap Road end.
Probably the most important thing, Muddy, at the moment for Kiewa is they've just got to figure out a way to keep it in that 50 for a good 10 or so minutes and figure out a way to get some scoreboard pressure.
Now, there's a big wrestle going on here. Patton's in there. And then going to ground, Hogan. Vogel comes over. It's breaking up now. Dissolving. Boundary umpire lets the ball back into play. Leach down to Huey Jarrett. Patton goes to ground. So too does Hicks.
It's very willing, but you know when the grand final spot's on the line, you wouldn't expect any different.
Roos get away, turn it over to Jason Bartell. Good little player. Jason, let's see if you can find a brown and gold Guernsey inside 50 to Newnham. He's very wide. He'll have to strike it from probably 50, Adam.
Yeah, yes, such a great decision maker and ball user, Jason Bartell.
Lays off through Martin's hands. Zach Leach at the back, picks it up, fires a handball out. Went to Houston, then to George. Newnham steals it. Swung around by George. Oh, holding the ball. Gee, they're quick on it. They're quick.
Yeah, the players will need to make some adjustments.
Yeah, so they're consistently quick here, so that's something with obviously everyone can pick up. Now, George is being marched up the field. And what's the umpire going to do here? Yeah, no, it's play on. Short one to McIntosh. I heard an extra whistle. This is going out the back. What happened, Scooter?
Oh, Connor just didn't give the ball back quick enough, and it was 50, but it looked like the umpire was marching him off for a minute there. But
Well, I heard a second whistle too. That's why I turned my eyes back. Anyway, we've got a boundary throw in the Pocket Pony Club end. And we've got a 4-point lead here to Yackandandah over the Hawks on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the second term, brought to you by GJ Gardner. Roos, Lawson gets it out to Atwell. Kick smothered by Beattie. Huey Jarrett coming through like a steam train. Vogel turns it over. Kimmy Jarrett. He's brought down. Oh, hello, there's a blue on here. Now, I'm sure Logan Cartwright would have picked this up by now on the camera. Right on the arc of the 50 here, Adam.
Yeah, like we said, there's been spot fires, bobbing up for the last sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, and, Yackandandah.
Exton kicks a goal for the Roos. Then the crowd gets into it now.
So what happened, boys, is Nick Carney was on top of Danny Atwell having a bit of a scrap. Came in and remonstrated, and then Cal Turner as well. Just a little bit of argy-bargy.
Yeah, it's probably a frustrating one to give away. They just left too many players out of that defensive 50, and Yackandandah got the ultimate payback there. Great running goal. And Yackandandah, they're just so good going forward. And as we saw our man there, Ben McIntosh was, again, just having a say in their scoring involvement. So not only is he doing the work in the midfield, when they get it forward, he's just super clean, and he's super important for Yackandandah at the moment in this game.
They've kicked the last 3 goals of the second qualifying final. Here the Roos. Now Newnham's gone into the middle. Brought down after he kicked it. What a mark from Hogan. That's a beauty. And a Union Hotel mark of the day.
What a reversal. You'd normally see Jack Hogan coming out kicking it to Connor Newnham.
They've done a swapsy, and that was
I
fantastic.
think Connor's
work.
a bit hurt after that good tackle there by Geordie Eaton.
I think it's something they like to lean on every now and again to get Connor into the game, just get his hands on the ball. Just a bit like a wrecking ball in there.
Hogan to get one back straight away for the Hawks. That's a terrific kick. So they trail by 4 points. 25 plays 21 now on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Jappo Donk's time clock has gone probably about 11 here, second term.
Yeah, and this is just shaping up to be such a mouth-watering contest. Both teams now are really coming to the party. We mentioned Yak, when they go forward, they're super clean, but that kamikaze run there by Connor Newnham in the midfield, you see so much pace and toe, and then just hit out Jack Hogan, who split the middle as well. So a really mouth-watering contest at the moment.
Hogan, good player, as we said earlier, and they respond straight away. The brown and gold, as the ball is brought down right of the centre. Umpire to take possession. Let's have a look here. So Newnham right in at the coalface. Here's Leach up against Brodie. Leach clearly won it. Jason Bartell picks it up. And he gets it on that right boot. Looking for Blasick. Nice fist over the top. Good work from Ferrugia. Ball out of bounds, Dan.
And that injection, Muddy, with Newnham in the midfield, is that more so for him to get him away from Nick, or is it more so to inject that little bit of pace in Kiewa's engine room?
Yeah, probably a little bit of column A, column B, but I think just kind of likes to get his hands on the footy. So when he has a period of the game where he hasn't been able to get his hands on the footy, it really sort of, I suppose, gets him going.
Tell you what, he's reading the ball so well. He's a couple of those taps have gone straight down his throat, but unfortunately he's been caught straight away.
There's O'Connell on the boot for the Roos. Bouncing ball in front of Exton. Players having to work out there. There's Glass. Beattie over him. Yeah, another stoppage on the flank. So wide out here, just outside 50. We've got a 4-point lead to the Yackandandah Roos over the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks. 25-21, thanks to Inspirations Paint. Jappo Dunk's time clock. It's gone 13 second term, which is brought to you by GJ Gardner Albury. There goes Evans. Long ball out of defence. Oh, Roos just got a little confused there. Vogel taps it out the side. Blasick tried to get it to Hallinan. On the deck. Squeezes out. And breaking away Bartel. That's Scott. Long ball going forward. Patton at the back. Logan Martin at the front. Again in the race for it. McInnes joins them. McInnes, well done. Great control of the footy. And then a beautiful kick. Nice football to Mackenzie. Then left foot down the line. So the Roos have a chance here to square it up. Don't know about this kick. Oh, yep. Reached Casey George. It was beautiful in the end. To Hood. Gets it. They go inside 50. Great build-up. Roach couldn't take it in. Here's Alex Daly. Scoops it up. He's under high pressure. Ball's coming out of bounds. And you just feel as if the Roos are starting to find their feet now, Dan.
Oh, you nailed it, Lukey. That ball movement there just fell over the last hurdle, but that was so clean to work around the ground. You notice they're going through Casey George a lot as well. He's been fantastic this game, so he's at the 10 disposals already in this half.
Zach Collins back on, boys, after that send-off in the first quarter.
Good scoot. McDonald gets out of the stoppage. Martin. Eaton was after him. And ball comes out of bounds here, just in front of our broadcast spot, Adam Mudra.
Yeah. Dan mentioned Casey George before. Well, he was the designated loose after Collins went off, and we spoke about the need for that loose player to really impact the game, and he's certainly done that in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Leach too strong for Brody, and then Brody basically gave him a right hook in the stomach. Here's Exton.
Bit of old school stuff there, Luke.
Yeah, it was.
Not your game?
Well, no, I was sort of a clean player.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
As I'd imagine.
Yeah. Just like you, Scoot.
Yes.
No
Luke,
comment.
yeah, sure.
That'll do.
Short answer. Back into play. Nice work, McDonald. Short to Vogel. Dropped it.
Yep.
Throwing. Roos through O'Connell here. Now, can he find someone inside 50? Goes to Huey Jarrett. He tried to square it up. Important ball to be won here. Nice work for Rugia. Pops one up. Oh, big fist over the top. Daly can really mark this. McIntosh came in. Goes back. Oh, falling back here.
As Daly was coming back to complete that indifferent mark, he was held. So he's a super player back there. He's last week was great for Kiewa and had some important moments today.
That's the voice of Adam Mudra. Comments for Aubrey Wodonga MG. Bartel again. Scott goes down with a 40-metre kick, turns it over to Logan Martin. And the game's starting to settle now, finding its groove. McIntosh, true centre-half back for the Roos, wants to come out wide to O'Connell again. He's got time to pick it up. Now Mackenzie's on. Here he is in the blonde hairdo.
It's a good kick.
Takes it. McIntosh, nice, in front of Blasick.
Really starting to bring his own footy now. Benny McIntosh, 12 disposals for him in this half on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Starting to control the footy now nicely, the Roos. Short one, back to O'Connell. Good work, though, from the Hawkers to man up here, Adam.
Yeah, no, they've been patient enough, though, Yak. You know, they're not just giving up the footy or going long down the line unless they have to.
O'Connell sprayed that. It's turned out all right.
I think that wind helped out.
You're right. And here he goes, Roach. Ethan just lobs it in. Over the back, Daly's got to go. Well done by Alex. He's a great defender. Bartel into his hands, getting some touches here in the second term to Collins, who Scooter said was back on the ground. Right foot to Demizio. See some great skills here in the second term, Adam.
Yeah, the game's just ebbing and flowing. You know, Yak have their moments when they've got momentum and all it takes is one turnover and the game shifts really quickly.
Yeah, loving the ball control here. Barber, Hogan, then right foot snap around his body, bouncing ball. Let's have a look down there. Oh, great contest. Ball goes to the deck. And getting up is Dale Martin.
It's such an intriguing watch. It's almost like a game of chess at the moment. Both teams are having their play. It's end-to-end sort of stuff at the moment. But Yak are probably a little bit unfortunate. They couldn't put some scoreboard pressure in that little 10-minute period there.
Yak still with a 4-point lead here on our Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the second term.
Yeah,
we're going 17 for Japo Donks.
And that's the thing about modern footy. When you've got that moments of dominance, you really need to put it on the scoreboard because good sides will make you pay when they get their chance.
Newton. Oh, right foot. Oh, no, it's come across the face. Logan Martin after it. Ball's gone out of bounds. Scooter, how are you finding the second term thanks to Ready Group Equipment Sales?
Yeah, I think so far, boys, it's great that we haven't had that congested footy and ball up after ball up like we did last Saturday with Chiltern and Kiewa. I think both sides today are prepared to just fire it out and get it into the hole and move the ball on.
Casey George back to O'Connell. Ball taken across the line here. So they do concede a point here, the Roos. So it's back to 3 points now. 25 plays 22 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
Yeah.
Second term.
We'll just see Casey George taking the kickouts. He's been fantastic. He's had 13 disposals in the first half on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Barber got a fist to it. Demizio to Collins. Right foot around his body inside 50. Casey George. Goes with the long one. 40-metre kick. Mrs. Lawson. Collins sees it out of bounds.
Yeah, it was probably one of those ones where he just needed to take the sting out of the game for a little bit and just wait for the game to play out. But, you know, we learned through doing.
Kimmy Jarrett's taking the mark here. Now all the Hawkers have got to rush back. And the Roos didn't have many players forward of the ball. Kimmy saying, I'm going long, guys. Here we go. That is a big kick. Evans sits under it, and that was just too easy, Adam.
Yeah, Evans has positioned himself exceptionally well behind the ball. It's one of those ones when you look down the line and there's more Hawks than the Roos, you probably need to find another target.
Hicks with the ball. Back to Evans, D50 Pony Club end. Wants to come broadcast side. Now Jason Bartell's on. McIntosh tries to get him. Inside to Vogel. Off his shins. McIntosh comes in. Vogel, was that in the back? Umpire said play on. Barber. Collins. Oh, here's Lawson. To Casey George. He's playing a good game. Back to Lawson. Inside ball to Huey Jarrett. Now they can pump it forward. He does that. Great entry. Donaghy's out the back. He can run onto this. Hits it back. Leach. Oh. Just couldn't score on that attempt, Adam.
It was just an unlucky bounce, you know, like the old Sandy Creek bounce. It rarely does it hit the deck and you get a soft drop. You know, it usually hits the deck and really bounces and rolls on.
Roos up by 4. Inspirations Paint scoreboard. We're in the second term. Getting dark and cool again here at Sandy Creek. Beatty brought down by Glass. And we've got a close contest on our hands, Dan.
That one there was very close call there. I think might have something to do with where the ball's situated, maybe, Muddy, just quietly.
Boys, just on the Kiewa bench, Dale Martin came off about 2 minutes ago and didn't run off real quick. He's just had his chest and stomach looked at by the trainer, so keep an eye on it. But he doesn't look in a good way. He might have been winded or a bad knock to the chest.
I think it might have been that. I think it was Nick Houston laid that important tackle down in the Kiewa's forward 50 line.
Great pickup. Leach. Whistle. Too high. Which way is that going? Oh.
It's to Bailey Glass off the ball by the look of it, boys.
Yeah, I missed it completely, to be honest, boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bailey Glass, you have a set shot, 25 metres out directly in front, I think.
Okay. So, a big moment here. So, Glass has got to make the Hawks pay. Adam, this must go through.
Yeah, it's one of those gilt-edge opportunities you get in the front half. You know, shot on goal, nearly directly in front. You know, really got to make these ones work.
This would take the margin out to 10 points. Bailey Glass, 35 out, virtually, directly in front. Can he pop it through? Yes, he can. Doesn't he pump them up? Bailey loves it. And he gets around and gives a few high fives, Dan.
Yeah, it was, and that was a good finish by Bailey Glass, and that was probably much-needed scoreboard pressure, I think, for Yackandandah. They've been playing really good this quarter and just haven't been able to put that pressure on, but now they have through Bailey Glass, so it's a good credit to him, and a big shout-out to our man Paul Dale as well. At quarter time, Lukey, he's brought in some homemade salami, which was beautiful. I see you're tucking into it, so a big shout-out to Paul Dale at A-grade oils and batteries as well, and I think we might have some more in store for us at half-time.
I think there's something on the main menu from A-grade oils and batteries, and I think Scooter Fraser might have a bit of an insight into what's coming up.
He's not getting any. I'm locking the door.
Yeah, for A-grade. Unreal. Back in the middle. 10-point lead here to the Roos in the second qualifying final at Sandy Creek. Let's have a look. Oh, She Atwell got brought down by Newnham. Play goes on. Vogel. Good mark. Had to stand. Here we go. Vogel again. Short ball to Blasick. Left of centre wing. Broadcast side. Dillon looking for a Hawks Guernsey. Pops it up inside 50. Over the back, Hogan. Patton brought down in a strong tackle from Logan Martin. Vogel goes again. Out the back to Barber. Jacob swings it around on the left foot. Oh, gee, there's a good effort. 1- score here to the Hawks. So 31 plays 22 now. It's back to a 9-point margin thanks to Inspiration's paint.
Yeah, mate, sorry, Addy. Ads. Made a really good fist of it there, Jacob Barber. I just feel like when Kiewa do get it forward, it's almost like they're working a lot harder than what Yak are doing at the moment, which is probably a sign of that sort of that skill level at the moment that Yak are holding over him.
Roos with it. The fullback position. So ball comes back into play. Over the top of Man, Daly. Gee, positions himself well. Short ball. Nice to Hogan. Isn't he playing a game?
Yeah, he's a very talented player and one of those dual threats. You know, if he doesn't get you in the midfield, he'll get you in the front half.
Here he goes. Gone 24 thanks to Jappo Dunk. Nice kick picking up Dylan Blasick. How did he get so free, Adam?
Yeah, sometimes players just get caught ball watching, you know, just waiting for the ball user to make a really predictable decision. And Jack, you know, just was nice and patient and was able to find the loose inside 50.
So they trail by 9 at present. This to bring it back to a goal margin. Yes. Nice work from Dylan Blasick. Good goal, Dan.
Yeah, it was. It was a good finish by Dylan Blasick and Muddy just hit the nail on the head there. Just a couple of boys caught ball watching, but it's also that forward craft that Dylan Blasick possesses as well. He just knows where to find that extra 5 or 10 metres, and when he caught ball watching, that turns into a big gap in the 50. So that's a really good work there by Dylan Blasick and Kiewa. A much-needed goal, and again, it just tightens up. I think 3 points of difference, and such an intriguing game to watch, Lukey.
That's it. So just one kick in it here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. Second turn brought to you by GJ Gardner Aubrey, Dan Vaccaro, Adam Mudra, Scott Scooter Fraser and Luke Francis with you. Back in the centre. Barber to Man. Rush kick forward. Nice mark to McDonald. Wasn't paid. And now 50. So the mark must have been paid. But
The other umpire's bringing it back, boys.
yeah, they've done the right thing here because there was confusion as to whether it was a mark or not, Scooter.
Yeah, that's right. The umpire that just balled it up said mark.
Yeah, nice work from those umpires. That happens, Adam.
Yeah, it certainly does, and that's why you need, you know, like a team of umpires who communicate and understand each other.
Yeah, common sense prevailed there. Here's Leach. Hogan gets it out to Bartel, then on to Evans. He sneaks one in with that right foot inside 50. Ball over the back. Scott Bartel after it in front of Houston. Ball out of bounds, close to the pocket, Dan.
Yeah, it is, and it's such an intriguing game. And just going through a couple of Mac Jack Shed stats, Lukey, Casey George has been fantastic this quarter. 9 disposals for him in this quarter and 15 for the game.
3-point lead to Yak, thanks to Inspiration's paint. Second term, McDonald putting on his greatest acting performance at the bottom of the pack there. And man in green throws it up again. Leach must have had 1,000 hit-outs, Dan.
Not keeping track, but he's blown up the stat sheet if I was.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks to Mac Jack. Casey George, good player. Nice hand pass to Kimmy Jarrett. Tried to squeeze one to McInnes. McDonald after him, ball out of bounds.
He plays a lot of basketball at a decent level, Zach Leach, and I think you can see that in his ruck work. He has the ability to just turn his hands and put it in spaces that most ruckmen can't.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be fouling him too often. Zach Leach. Over the top. Oh, Bartel went off the ground. Jason. Patton. Logan Martin came in. Thought he knew he got taken down without it then. Play goes on. Kimmy Jarrett with it. They're 45 out from their own goal, the Roos, at the Gap Road end. Still got this 3-point lead. We're very close to the long break here. The halftime show coming up thanks to the Shed Company. And the details count on the Shed Company. Lawson to Glass and then try to get it back to Lawson. Carney came in. Jimmy, good work. Out wide. Yeah, and brought down Annett. And the umpire pings him again. So they have been consistent on it.
Yep, and it's just up to the players to adjust, you know. You don't move it on, you might get caught holding the ball.
Absolutely correct.
It's been well held, Jack Demizio, this quarter by Yackandandah. Only had the 3 disposals as well, so relatively quiet for his standards.
And they did need to lock him down, didn't they, Dan? Because he was having an impact in the first term.
Yep.
Here's Hogan. He's been wonderful. Inside 50. Oh, McDonald got up. Out to Bartel. Scott, pushes that one right through for 1- score.
They're starting to get a little bit more territory, Kiewa Sandy Creek. They've had the 12 inside 50s to Yackandandah's 9. So now the game's getting played on their terms a little bit, and they're just struggling to find that scoreboard pressure as well.
Yeah, once they get their footy deep inside their 50, it allows them to set up well outside the footy and get those repeat entries. And both sides have been terrific in that space when they've got the ball deep enough to be able to trap it in there.
Back to a 2-point margin now in favour of the Yackandandah Roos here, 31-29 over the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Inside 50, Gap Road ends. Beatty, Lawson claims him, swings him around. Umpire happy to take control here. And that is half-time at the Sandy Creek Reserve in the second qualifying final. And at the moment, we've got Yackandandah up by 2 points, 5-1-31 to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks, 4-5-29. The half-time show for the Shed Company. When the details count on the Shed Company. It's the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
Are you ready for harvest? Have your harvest needs covered with Intersales. Intersales have been supporting Riverina farmers for more than 45 years, offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts, and to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Dunn's Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Dunn's Twin City Cranes.
offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts. And to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Big second half coming up between the Roos and the Hawks. Back in the centre, Brody and also Leach. There's Hogan. Had a great first half. Jack, and then right out wide here, McDonald in a race with Casey George. Ball's gone out of bounds, right of centre wing. Yeah, we see McDonald started forward on Casey George, so maybe that's a match-up just to try and keep Casey occupied. Boundary umpire about to hurl it back in. Leach clearly out of the ruck. Hogan in pursuit of it. Kimmy Jarrett. Look at him go. That was fantastic. Then on the right boot, it's a high ball. McKenzie goes for it. Patton right on him. Demizio trying to break through the contest. Umpire gone again. So as we saw in the first half, the calls have been very quick, but I tell you what, it's breaking up the congestion. Hood wide, Glass couldn't take it. Out of his reach, ball out of bounds in the pocket. Yeah, when you're using the ball on that far side of the ground, you just got to be mindful of that wind. You know, it just has a wonderful ability just to drag it a touch wider than you'd hoped. Okay, so it's with the boundary umpire, and we're going to get Evans and also Donaghy contesting this one. Glass joins the pack. Beattie now takes the ball. The umpire will have a take two here. He's going to throw it up for them. Who can win it at the coalface? Oh, breaking through Donaghy. Oh, that was too easy. Yep. Far too easy. Yep. So they get out to a 7-point lead. And Adam, no one on the defensive side of a stoppage. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, defensive stoppages can make or break you. And when you don't get your starting points right, when you allow your opponent to have an unimpeded run at the ball, you know, good players like Donaghy will really hurt you. And obviously that's what he did. You know, you don't have 55 goals through the home and away season if you're not good at your craft. Yeah, that's right. He's a fantastic player, Nick Donaghy, and that's just a hot start for Yackandandah again. So they've gone forward 3 times already, and their players are just really good around the contest, not flat-footed, and it's paying dividends at the moment. A great outdoors goal of the day there. Here's McKenzie, swung around by Patton. Umpire said he didn't have it. McKenzie about to fire it back in for the Roos. Picks up McIntosh. Didn't quite reach him. Blassick came in. Ben goes again. Comes out to Lawson. Or Roach. Reeled it in. Huey Jarrett. Left foot going in. Top of the goal square. Over the back. Carney. Clearing ball for the Hawks. Outside defensive 50. Wants a chalk. What's the umpire going to say? It's going to be thrown in. Important one-on-one win there by Nick Carney. You know, when the ball comes in with speed and you're 1v1 with your direct opponent, you know, bad things can happen, but he was calm, held his nerve, and got it outside 50 for a stoppage. And we'll cross to Scooter Fraser when we do get a chance on the boundary there for the Ready Group equipment sales. Just an update on Martin for Kiewa when he does get a chance. We saw him come out the bench looking very ginger. Third term is brought to you by Wiesner's. Commercial Club scoreboard sees the Roos up by 7 points here. We've gone 3.5 for Japo Donks in the third term at Sandy Creek. Big one over the top from Brody. Bartel, Jason brought down. Dan, I can see Dale Martin from here. I can't see the bottom half. I can see his boots, but he has his blue Sandy Creek jacket on, so that sort of tells me that it might be stumps for him today. Here goes Roach. Oh, off hands, over the back. And Nick Carney just getting a hand to it, Adam. Yeah, that shot on goal was created by Zach Leach. We spoke about it before. His ability to be able to turn the ball to Huey Yarrett, Ben McIntosh, Dan Atwell, has been first class so far today. Nick Carney, look at him, goes through a bounce. And we see a long driving kick out of defence. Hogan at the back, gets up. Good fist away from Ferrugia. Demizio in a tussle with the ball with Exton. And umpire again to call it here. So 38 plays 30. The Roos up by 8. Commercial Club scoreboard. Waiting for the ball to come back here to the flank. Umpire's going to go and get it himself now, Dan.
Starting to look, yeah, he is, and starting to look really deadly now, Yackandandah. 3 repeat inside 50s to start this quarter on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet. So Kiewa just need a little bit of damage control at the moment.
Good afternoon to whoever you may be joining us from. Second qualifying final for 2024 between the Roos and the Hawkers. McIntosh inside 50. Roach got hands to it. Couldn't quite get the clutch in the footy. Callum Turner all over him. We're going to get a stoppage. 35 out here. Gap Road ends.
Just those inside 50s are continuing to come from stoppage. Zach Leach just really dominating in there.
Leach went up. Evans. Kimmy Jarrett, right foot, bending it back. He's got it. A banana just curls enough in time, and they get out to a good break here. 44 plays 30. Commercial Club scoreboard, 14-point break here, Dan, to the Roos.
Oh, it's a fantastic start to the quarter for the Roos, and they're playing really good footy, and Kiewa really need to be careful now that Yackandandah are having their moment, and they're going forward there. As Muddy said as well, their contest work is just fantastic. They're winning the ball in the coalface as well, so Kiewa need to figure out a way to get back into this game.
And as we speak, Connor Newnham inserting himself into the midfield. Again, just trying to create this chaos around the ball and try and get the footy inside 50 and keep it there.
Great goal to Kimmy Jarrett. Another great outdoors goal of the day. Bartel, short to Hicks, left foot looking for Patton. She was a good kick to him. He really had to mark that. Mitch goes again, right foot, came off the side of his boot. Ferrugia tried to pop one over the top, goes for it again. And brought down without it, so they get the advantage. Leach, Beatty's got him. What's the umpire going to say there? Well, that was one of those ones where he gave him the benefit of the doubt, Adam.
Yeah. I think there was a bit of confusion about there was a free kick down the ground and whether the advantage was paid, so I think this is the right result, a ball up in the middle of the ground.
Adam Mudra for Albury Wodonga MG. Dan Vaccaro, thanks to Mac Jack. And we've got Scooter Fraser on the boundary for Ready Group Equipment Sales. We'll go back down to you, Scoot. What's the latest down there?
Oh, look, back to that goal of Kimmy Jarrett, franking the decision of Darren Holmes and Justin Murray to slot him in when Ethan Petrala got injured on Thursday night. Fantastic speed on the legs.
Look at Demizio, nearly got through. Hicks, Evans. It's going to stay in play. Oh, great mark. That was fantastic from
Almost
Eaton.
knocked the wind
Didn't
out of
he
me,
come
I
down
reckon.
hard there?
Lukey, he's done well just to bounce back up.
That's the beauty of Sandy Creek Reserve, right in front of our broadcast spot. We heard every bit of that. Huey Jarrett trying to get through the stoppage. McKenzie, McIntosh, great footy, just got it forward. Daly comes out, got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now that's a great decision because that's how quick
50 metres.
they've made the calls today. They've wanted to move the ball on quickly, these umpires, and that's exactly what we get here, Dan.
Yeah, and Kiewa just got to be careful now. So that's a huge loss. They're giving away the 50 to Yackandandah, which is going to make it a certain goal. So the umpire decision's been made. They've just got to be better there. And Nick Donaghy's going to go for, he might be his 3rd or 4th. So that's a huge goal for Yackandandah.
I think it was verbal, actually, boys. The 50 metres was, I think, against Alex Daly.
So we picked it up early on, Adam. They've been so quick on the holding the ball, but they've been absolutely consistent, the umpires.
Yeah, 100%. And I think if we can pick it up here, the players need to be better at picking up out on the ground because it's a discernible change from what we saw last weekend. But players need to be better in that space in terms of adjusting to the decision making, the umpires, and the way they're approaching different decisions.
And Judar Hood has kicked the goal to the Gap Road end, Dan.
Yeah, it has. And again, Yackandandah are just playing better footy at the moment. They've adjusted better to those decisions, as we talked about, Muddy, as well. So they've really got to find a way to get some assertancy and some forward 50s into their game, Kiewa.
Yeah, I think we've obviously spoken about how good Yak have been from like an outside piece, but I think since probably 10 minutes into the first quarter, they've really lifted their pressure around the footy. They've been, I suppose, just really hunting man and ball, and unfortunately, Kiewa over the last sort of particularly 5 to 10 minutes haven't been good enough to be able to handle it.
Well, the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks embarrassed the Roos last year in the second final at the Sandy Creek Reserve. They won by 50 points, and right now in the second qualifying final, they lead by 20 here, Yak. So can they keep it going? Right now, they're trying to book their spot in the big one. Back in the centre, here's Newnham. Hasn't been able to hit the scoreboard today, but as you can see, he's playing in the midfield right now. Ball out of bounds in the pocket on the broadcast side. Pony Club ends.
And Muddy, does he have the fitness to stay in the midfield for long periods of time? Because at the moment, he's proven to be quite important for Kiewa when they inject him.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Not happily we proved wrong, but he's just such a powerful athlete that, just short bursts.
Bartel, the bottom, McInnes over him. Comes out, McIntosh. Here's Newnham. Look at him, fends off one, gets around two. Gets it out, Hallinan, left foot, swinging left. Goes through for 1- score. Margin back to 19.
Yeah. Probably had time to get to his preferred foot, I reckon. If he had his time again, I reckon he'd, go back onto the right and really make a better fist of that.
That's Adam Mudra for Aubrey Wodonga MG. Third turn brought to you by Wiesness. On second qualifying final day, 2024 on the TDFL.
And Casey
Turner
George.
over the back of the big double fist to Eaton. Trying to burst through out the back to Logan Martin. Looping hand pass. Vogel couldn't get it. Huey Jarrett. You wouldn't want to get in his road. Out they come. Look at that to Josh Martin. Lawson. Well, Beattie was coming through. Barber. Whistle. Holding. Now this one's going to go to Turner. Now, they've got to build something on from here, the Hawks. Callum Turner. Oh, he put himself under pressure in the end. Bad turnover. Here they come. O'Connell, the Roos. Over the top of Hood's head. And the mark is taken by Nick Carney. So they'll let off the hook there, the Hawks, Adam.
Yeah, wasted opportunity. The right idea, lowered his eyes, but just didn't execute.
Demizio. How are we going, Dan? Thanks to Mac Jack.
Yeah, well, that man, Demizio's been pretty good. He's up to 14 disposals on the Mac Jack stat sheet as well.
Here he goes in his green wheels to the half-forward flank. Man got worried out of it. Logan Martin, another whistle. Shepherding. Okay, so it's against Josh Martin. Man, 60 out. Can he find someone? Hogan's leading for him. Ignores him. He looks like he's going to back himself here, Adam.
It looks that way, doesn't it? He's not short of confidence with his long kicking.
He's got the wind at his back, judging by the flags. The Duns Twin City Cranes. He lobs it up. It's not going to make the distance. Let's have a look down there. Casey George at the front. McInnes just went off the ground. Scott Bartel, front spot. And ball has been tied up there. About 40 around from goal, Dan.
Muddy, it's probably just a little bit too predictable there. I know if he's going in to back himself, but if every single player on that field knew that it was going to go to the goal scorer, I think Kiewa probably needed to get a bit more creative there.
Yeah, 100%. Look early, look late, and I think from the moment the ball, entered his hands, it just had one thing on his mind.
The Roos have got a 19-point lead here, thanks to the Commercial Club. Japo Donk's time clock has gone close to 13, third term. We'll go back down to you, Scooter, for Ready Grip Equipment Sales.
I can't see the contest at the moment. The boundary umpire's in my way, but you talk about a long kick like that. It's just not necessary. It should have been about a 45 to the top of the goal square and given themselves a chance there.
Jason Bartel to Vogel. Tried to sneak one back to Jason. Ball out of bounds. Another boundary throw in.
It's probably been a little bit of their story for the day. That play there by Vogel was just that final hurdle was just being missed, and that lack of polish for Key was just coming to show again.
Look at the Hawks and Roos around this contest. McDonald, O'Connell over him, and again another stoppage. 19-point lead to Yak. Commercial Club scoreboard, third term. A hush over the crowd here at the Sandy Creek Reserve. The Roos trying to book their spot for the GF in 14 days' time. Bartel got swung around by McInnes. Umpire happy to take it again. So about 25 out. Pony Club ends. Let's see the Sharon. What's happened? Over the shoulder. Which player is this going to go to? Might be.
It's to Leach.
It is against Leach, is it?
To Leach.
To Leach. Good pick up, Scoot, for Ready Grip Equipment.
He's doubled over, boys. Whether he got one down low or in the stomach, I don't know, but he's looks a bit ginger.
Yeah. Now, Scoot, tell us about our meal at half-time. What was on the menu? It's quite extraordinary, really.
Boys, little bit of Port Campbell lobster, courtesy of A-grade oils and batteries.
Dan, we had lobster
It was
in the box
unbelievable, Lukey.
at the
It
Sandy
was
Creek Reserve.
unbelievable.
Thanks to A-grade oils and batteries. Superb now. Casey George
Milk that.
is going to get a 50 in front of Callum Turner. Milked it, Scoot.
Oh, absolutely milked it. Cal Turner didn't make too much contact there, but Casey just decided to flop to the ground, and it worked. The umpire got some.
Yeah, you're right. He did milk it, but it was just unnecessary. Like, Cal Turner didn't probably have to do that and go into that contest,
Yeah.
and Casey George was always going to fall to the ground.
I think
And
the
umpire saw it.
the penalty probably reflects. I think he's gone 30 metres.
Yeah, if that.
This had really hurt the Hawks. Important period of this game, and Casey George puts it through for the Roos, and they're up and about. 56 plays 31 on the Commercial Club scoreboard. Japodong's time clock has gone over 15. Third term, Adam Mudra.
Oh, he's been so, you know, Dan's mentioned him quite a bit in the call. He's impacted the game so significantly in the back half, and obviously he took his moment. He read the game. He got on his bike and was able to connect between the arcs. And lucky or unlucky, that's in the eye of the beholder. But he got the penalty and put himself to, within range, and made the most of that opportunity.
Yeah, 17 disposals and a goal for Casey George on the Mac Jack Sheds stat sheet this game.
The Yackandandah Roos have kicked the only 4 majors of a third term. They're on at the moment, Scoot. Back in the
Sorry, mate. Yeah, and great to see Casey George being quite versatile there, kicking a goal, but also going back now into the back line.
Hogan's been terrific for the Hawks. Bouncing ball, Pony Club end. Bartel, nice hand pass off to Jason. Well done. The Bartels combining Hawks. That was great footy.
Yeah. I think Kiewa's actually, whether it was been too late or not, time will tell. But obviously, understanding Leach's dominance, Mitch Patton's actually gone in the ruck. Just a real different dynamic. Mitch is such an athletic, tall ruckman with great reach. It'll be interesting to see how Leach and the Kangaroos counteract that.
And their centre clearance work's actually been good all day as well, and especially in this quarter. They've won 4 centre clearances, so they're on top in that area, but that was just great work there for Kiewa to get it forward. Much needed goal, Lukey.
Back to 19, Dan. On the Commercial Club scoreboard, the margin. Newnham, look at that for a kick. He's got onto that. That's probably on 55. Bartel a fist to it. Nice scoop up from Barber. They might get another here. Hicks, Houston after him. Vogel, back to Barber. Left foot, good pick out. And McDonald takes the mark. That was fantastic footy out of Mudra.
Yeah, I think when you're good ball users and decision makers get their ball in their hands, good things happen. And Jacob Barber is both of those things. Great decision maker, great ball user on right and left.
Yeah,
and that was a great example of
and
that.
he probably hasn't had a huge day in terms of winning the ball, but you can tell every single time he gets it, he's just super clean. And this is a huge break here for Kiewa if they can slot this.
Isn't it, Dan? This would bring it back to 13. Here goes McDonald. Jack. Has he got it? Yes, he has. The Hawkers are back within 13 points. What a second qualifying final we got, Scoot.
Great finish there by Kiewa. Another inside 50, and that's what you want to see from your forwards, making sure they kick the goals.
Yeah, and what Kiewa are doing at the moment, Muddy, is just they're winning it in the coalface. They're playing almost just simple footy now. Just win it out of the centre, get it forward, and get some sort of ascendancy. And they've probably opened up their forward line a little bit as well.
Yeah. Well, the irony is that your 2 key forwards at the start of the game have gone into the midfield and really changed the last 2 centre clearances.
First 4 goals of a third term to the Roos, and the last 2 to the Hawks. We've had a great quarter of footy. Here goes Hicks. Left foot again. And Casey George is after it. McDonald with him. Ball across the chalk there, just outside 50 Pony Club end.
Yeah, I'll just get the feeling that they just flick that switch a little bit now, Kiewa. They're starting to really get to work in the centre of the ground. They're starting to get some forward 50s going their way as well.
Patton, one front spot. Leach, McDonald, Hogan in there. And he comes down the big man. There he is. Claimed the Barton medal on Monday night in a triple dead heat. And it's the second time in TDFL history. Amazing. Hogan. And again, another stoppage.
See, they're throwing extra numbers around the footy. Kiewa. Yackadandah's been able to create a +1, sometimes +2 behind the ball.
Yeah. Hogan tries to get out. He's been best on him, in my opinion, for Hawks so far. Here's Hicks. And Barber had a crack at it. Ball comes out the back. Patton off the ground. Man went by him. Barber. Houston took him down in the tackle. Holding the ball. Okay, so the Roos with it. In their back pocket through Houston. Let's see if Nick can find a blue and white Guernsey out there. This is going towards the chalk now, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, with that change, with Newnham and Patton going into the midfield, obviously it's created something in their front half. We see Demizio and Mann have pushed forward just to give a different look.
Third turn's brought to you by Wiesner's. Patton, double hands it down. O'Connell got torn off the ball. Patton goes again, came to ground. Kimmy Jarrett in there, up against Hicks. Again, another stoppage. So many numbers around the ball here, Adam.
Yeah, just throwing bodies around the ball.
Gone over 20 thanks to Jappo Donk's third term. Quick one out of the pack. Here's Hood. Judah has kicked the goal in this quarter. Lawson after it now. Picks it up. And just ducks around. Had plenty of time. Hicks has got to go back. He's met by Martin. And now Huey Jarrett breaks away here. Hand passes out. They get it to Eaton. And Jordan tries to find Donaghy. Carney got a double fist to it. Glass just palms off Hicks. Turns around. Goes inside 50. Oh, good contest. Ball comes to ground level. Daly reeled it in. He's going to be gone here. Umpire will ping him no. And lets him off the hook. 45 out, Gap Road in.
Yeah, very fortunate, but a good little moment there for Yackandandah just to take a breather and figure out how to get it back in their half. So they've got to figure out how to lock it in now for the remainder of the quarter.
By Josh Martin there, boys, at the half-forward line too to spoil.
Scooter Fraser, boundary side for Ready Group Equipment Sales. Yep. But Adam Mudger, thanks to Aubrey Wodonga MG, the 2018 Kiewa Sandy Creek's Hawks Premiership coach. And we'll be coaching the Barnawatha Tigers in season 2025. And Dan Vaccaro on the MacJack stats.
Obviously, these repeat stoppages in Yak's front half gives them a chance to catch their breath. They've been defending a lot this quarter.
Patton, hack kick, out of defence. Casey George in front of McDonald. Casey picks it up. McDonald couldn't stick the tackle, goes again. Had him by the Guernsey. Bartel, Scott gives it to Hallinan. They come forward, the Hawks. Hogan's on a long run. Demizio after it. Houston close. Ball out of bounds. 35 around from goal, Pony Club end.
You'd be a nervous defender when you're 1v1 with Hogan and Demizio in your front half. You know, there's such difficult matchups. So the quicker they can get the footy in there, the more Kiewa gets a chance to score.
Working up towards the 23-minute mark for Jappo Donks. Unless Sharon is not coming out of there. 56 plays 43. The Roos up on the Commercial Club scoreboard.
You mentioned Demizio, Muddy, you had the luxury of having him there off a half-back flank, and people had the opposition coaches.
Barber. Hicks brought down. And in green, he wants the ball down.
Sorry, lads, Mike cut out there. Demizio play that position of a half-back flank, and you have to match up on him. Now he's forward, even more deadly for them.
Houston got a hand to it. And swung it around through Atwell. Here's Lawson. Finds the cherry, goes off for deck. McIntosh got a left foot to it. Heading towards the scoreboard here. Barber picks it up. Ball goes out of bounds. So 55 out now from the Pony Club end.
Yeah, and
as we work up towards a three-quarter time break, Dan.
Yeah, and it's really just evened up on the MacJack stat as well. So both inside 50 counts as 8 apiece. So Kiewa have really levelled up this contest and got themselves back into the game for the final quarter.
Have we got our marks inside 50, Dan?
Yeah, we do. So
MacJack?
Kiewa Sandy Creek have taken the 6 and Yackandandah have taken the 5.
Great. Here's Newnham, still without a goal. As we said, he's been playing on the ball for the majority of this second half or third term. Well done, Mackenzie. Had to go, he did, and he took the mark. Now, can he find someone? He's looking at the broadcast side. Might head back to the far side. He's in two minds here. Now we get some left foot. Oh, went a long way in the end. Finally got his kick away, did Sam. Beyond the centre, here's Roach running onto it. Oh, good delivery, was it? No, just a bit too much air in it. Over the top, and Donaghy's head. Daly palms off Donaghy. Alex, good work. just got the ball to Jason Bartel. And then gets one down the line. Brody and McIntosh. Good, strong contest. Ball over the back. Hicks. Gone. So, got no time today. You just got to move the ball on quickly, haven't you, Adam?
Yeah, you do. And again, we spoke about that before. The players just got to make those adjustments.
Square it up to Atwell. Newnham again. So he's just put that one out in front of Hallinan. He can run onto it. Good footy. Here he goes, Tim. Left foot. Demizio at the back. A little bit tall for him. McInnes tapped it off the ground to Casey George. Hallinan. George goes again. Gets it on the right boot. Bounces beyond Beattie. Into the hands of Newnham. Left-hand hand pass to Beattie. Lawson had him. Annett. Play goes on. Umpire's letting it go here. Throwing now against Newnham. And Kimmy Jarrett's after him. So, hello. That wasn't called for. So players joining the pack now, and it's on now.
Boiling over here.
They're coming in from everywhere. So best thing you can do here is get the ball moving, which is exactly what's going to happen. You watch the blue there, Dan. And Vogel sees it out of bounds, and it's breaking up now.
Yeah, dying down a little bit, but yeah, as the umpire just doing the right thing and just calling, just play on, get on with it, and spread out these players. So they've been quick onto the holding the balls, but I feel like Yackandandah have just adjusted to it. Kiewa still have got to figure out a way to get some ascendancy back.
Exactly. 26-minute mark, thanks to Jappo Dong's third term. And we've got the Roos up here, 56-43. Yackandandah lead over the Kiewa Sandy Creek, brown and gold. Good crowd in, second qualifying to final day. Dan Vaccaro for Mac Jack, Adam Mudra for Aubrey Wodonga MG. Scott Scooter Fraser for Reddy Group Equipment Sales, and Luke Francis with you. Free kick going the way of Hicks. Here's Josh, virtually centre wing on that far side. How can they move the Sharon forward from here? Brody, gee, that was a good kick, just couldn't take the mark. Martin. Josh got it knocked out of his hands. Newnham, look at that through traffic, just weaving through. The kick was perfect too. Hogan couldn't quite get there. Bartel picks it up, ducks back on the boot. Great goal. Super goal to Kiewa Sandy Creek, but what about the work from Connor Newnham, Adam?
Yeah, he's such a bull around the contest, but the bit that stood out there was just his agility, his ability just to sort of get from inside to out just through slalom skiing through the contest. And
great description.
And found Jason Bartel, free in the forward 50, playing that modern day wing rollman exceptionally well. The expectations they get up and back and up and back, and that really talks to Jason's skill set being an aerobic animal.
And bringing him up the field, Adam, has actually just changed the scope of the game. He's been so important with the ball in hand. Yackandandah really couldn't do anything there, and found the space in their 50.
We've had 7 goals in the third quarter. The first 4 to the Roos, the last 3 to the Hawks. It's been great to watch. There's Hood overrunning the ball. Hallinan, he's been getting involved in his third term. Left foot. McDonald's got to go, and McIntosh, great contest. Ben wins the footy to Hood.
He's a class act, Ben McIntosh, isn't he? He's been good today.
To Huey Jarrett. Left foot driving ball. Evans couldn't take it. Roach. Donner, he breaks away. Hand pass over the top. McKenzie gets it. McKenzie kicks it, and that one stings the Hawks a little, Adam.
Yeah, well, the irony was that Jace Bartel got the last goal for Kiewa as a wingman, and his direct opponent, Sam McKenzie, just said, I'll give you one, I'll get it back.
Bit of a shake of the hands at the start of the game and then go your separate ways by the two wingmen. But that was a fantastic play there by Yackandandah, and a much-needed reply there just to get that little bit of breathing space on Kiewa again.
Yeah, certainly coming into the three-quarter time break, to be able to be 13 points up as opposed to 7, it's an important goal.
Scooter, we've had 8 goals in this term. 8 goals.
Yeah, at the start of the game, we really wanted to not have what we had last week, was just ball up after ball up and that congested footy. And the skill of both of these sides, that leg speed, Jace Bartel gets the ball inside 50, 9 times out of 10 he's going to score. And if not a goal, it's going to be very close. And then on the flip side with Sam McKenzie getting down that way, those quick breaks, they just get out the back and really score quickly for you.
Yeah, that's where your starting points as wingman is really important, because once your opponent gets goal side, you know, they're so hard to stop. So starting points, transition well, and you play the game on your terms. But if you don't get that right, good sides, good players will make you pay.
Yeah, it's been such a good watch, Lukey. And as we turn to the MacJack stat sheet quickly as well, while we're waiting for the ball to get back to the middle, 11 inside 50s this quarter for Yackandandah and 10 to Kiewa. So it's been such a good watch, Lukey.
Nearly gone 30, Dan, in the third term for Jappo Donks. But again, we've had 8 goals with the Group 1. Memsy coming up at Caulfield today as well. Can't wait for that. Mr. Brightside and prior to Jenny. Spring Carnival won't be far off getting underway. Spring tomorrow, hey? Hard to believe, just super. Here's Daly, right foot. Bartel going after it, so too is Lawson. Lawson, Hicks, got a hand to him. Bartel, play goes on. Leach to McIntosh, and they get it out to Atwell. Right foot going in, good delivery to Donner. He couldn't quite get there. Carney after him. Ball out of bounds in the pocket. About 25 around from goal. Gap Road ends.
Yeah, Yackandandah just having their moment again at the real closeout of this quarter as well. So the most important thing for them to do is lock it up and make sure that Kiewa don't get any scoreboard pressure back on.
13-point lead for Yackandandah Roos. We're in for a bottler of a final term. And that 13-point lead will stand at three-quarter time. And it is the Roos 10-62 to the Kiewa Sandy Creek Hawks 7-7-49. It's the TDFL finals for Mark Spraybarn and NZ Albury, where you won't miss a thing.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes. Safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City. No job's out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it. No fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done. We'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Are you ready for harvest? Have your harvest needs covered with Intersales. Intersales have been supporting Riverina farmers for more than 45 years, offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts, and to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Finer embroidery is in the fabric of our community. Any logo on anything so your business can proudly present themselves well. Embroidery that adds that personal touch that doesn't break the bank. Join the Finer embroidery community today. Proudly supporting the TDFL.
We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes. For your semis, riggers, spotters, cranes, safety is our second name. You're looking pretty with Duns Twin City, no jobs out of reach. Rig it, lift it, move it, shift it, no fuss, talk to us. We'll help you get the job done, we'll make your job a smooth one. Duns Twin City Cranes.
Offering an impressive selection of quality new and second-hand headers and tractors. Intersales stock a complete range of spare parts. And to keep your harvest moving, offer an after-hours call-out service right across the Riverina. Contact your local Intersales branch in Wagga Wagga, Temora, Griffith or Wodonga.
Most of the play and been just able to dictate the pace of the game through Zach Leach's dominance in the ruck. Other than when Mitch Patton went in there for the last 10 minutes of that quarter, I feel like the game changed a little bit. And interesting enough, like Pato's gone deep forward again, and Tristan Mann back into the ruck.
We had a great third term. We had 8 goals. We had 5 to the Roos and 3 to the Hawks. So what are we going to see in this final term? It's brought to you by the X-Grade Group. Such a big prize on offer.
We just see Ben McIntosh around the footy. He has been unbelievable today, Lukey. 19 dispels for him on the Mac Jack Shed stat sheet.
Dan Vaccaro. There's Hicks. Short one. Turned over. So the Roos have a chance here to line something up. True centre half back. So, no, he got mowed down. Just got the kick away. Collins, Patton it is out there with McKenzie. McKenzie goes off the ground. Here's McIntosh. Hicks. Atwell didn't go the ball. Shepherded it for McKenzie. Left foot. Beattie in front. Hood. Hicks got a fist to it. Atwell over the top of Patton. Umpire to take it.
We talk about Jason Bartell's running power. Ben McIntosh would be in the top 3 in the league, I would have thought, for ability to get contest to contest to contest.
McKenzie.
Yeah, I'd love a tracker on him, Muddy, Benny McIntosh. If he doesn't get somewhere near 15 Ks in a match, it's pretty close.
Man came over the top. Newnham over the top of this contest. And that's Atwell at the bottom. Sends it back to the umpire. He'll do his thing again. Leach clearly won that one. Barber, he's brought down by Glass. Another stoppage right on the arc of the 50. Pony Club end. 62 plays 49 on the Tallangatta construction and maintenance scoreboard here. Final term.
There haven't been a lot of tackles that haven't stuck today, have there, boys? No one's really got just slipped through a tackle. It's been just ferocious.
Glass tried to squeeze one to McIntosh. On that right foot, tried to hook it back. Beattie dropped it. Play goes on. Squeezed out wide by Evans. And the Hawks get away through Jason Bartell. Oh, he misses McDonald. Ball out of bounds. So the Roos are going to be coming back. They're on the march through Casey George. A long one looking for. Barber takes it. Holds up for the Hawks. So Jacob, former Wodonga Bulldog, goes with a 30-metre kick. Many hands to it. Flicks over the back. Eaton got it away to Atwell. Floating ball going forward. Glass, a couple of times off the ground. Out wide, Hood sprays it. Through for 1 minor score. So 63 plays 49 now on the Tallangatta construction and maintenance scoreboard. Roos up.
When the ball hits a deck in your forward half or forward 50 and you're getting outnumbered, you're in trouble. Got out of trouble there, Kiewa.
Carney or Barber just fumbled. Carney goes again. They're under high pressure from the Roos here. Hicks gets one out the back. Back to Barber. So they finally work it out. Down the line, low down. McInnes. He went after it. Hallinan, McInnes goes again. Ricochets off him, out of bounds.
Such a good start by Yackandandah to start that fourth quarter, Muddy. It's almost like they're trying to just take that sting out of it as quickly as possible, but Kiewa just really need to find some certainty in this quarter.
Yeah, their pressure rating's gone up, and repeat stoppages is a win for Yak.
Yeah, they're hungry, the Roos. Leach, long ball inside 50, good win.